Hey, Sir Pope and the third here. Don't mind me. I know there weren't intentional dramatic pauses. I have a migraine from my sinuses this morning. It's probably due to the intense heat we've had over the past 4 or 5 days, but nothing more than that. Okay. The repertoire. Additional repertoire. Pursuing real estate in your own country. That's one. That's commercial property or individual homes. Multiple individual homes. Even if you have to fix them up a little, it's still going to be viable. You just make sure that you get good contractors, reliable contractors. Covered calls. In the United States, it's an income strategy. With limited denotation of speculation. It's not really speculation. Not much at all. So, it's not denoted as such. Hopefully I'm using the right term. Let's see, what else? Purchase of one or more than one private company or a corporation is privately held. That's a big deal because investing period first instinct is always publicly held, buying shares. The advantages of buying a private, you can take them public, get all the rewards of an IPO, and if you've turned around or they're doing fine, they're just privately held, then there's additional rewards. Investing period in a stock market. I'm trying to think. There's 20 plus stock markets in the world. You have to get authorization to invest in them at the government level, but it's still viable. They said I could hear it coming from outside from people's car shares. I'm allowed to mention one company. Okay, one company. Give me a second. And I've got to check it. Okay, one company, got it. Parmalee. They have a formula for infants that is the closest to natural there is. And supposedly we're actually going to have a slight baby boom again, or just increased amount of newborns being born. And that means increased sales for them. Globally, if we get an end of a war, then we'll see an increase or spike in children being born. And they work on a global level to a certain degree. That's what they're trying to expand to. Hey, Parmalee. I discovered them when they first came out with the information that they've got one of the best and cutting edge formulas on the market. Which is true. I'm saying you're the one to watch. Be that as it may, enjoy. But that's the repertoire. It's in investments. I'm not getting into all the strategies because there's actually a bond strategy I know. You sell bonds, you use the money from the sale of bonds to purchase slightly less rated, slightly more speculative bonds to pay off the interest payment. But the interest payment's higher. It'll be slightly higher because it's more speculative. You keep the additional amount and pay off the bond. And that's it. What I call it, credit spread. I don't know if that's the correct term, but that's what I use for it because there was no term. But back to regular investments. That's just purchasing stock, or it's permitted short selling stock. And then there's the options market. That's not necessarily in all stock exchanges. They don't all have short selling. That's indicative of the U.S. markets. But what you can get involved in is foreign currencies and foreign currency options. Even if they're not on foreign markets, stock markets, usually they're not hampered by regulation. Governments aren't hampered by regulation in that exact vehicle of investments, being foreign currency options, just so they can protect their currency from any possible downturn. And then there's always the upside, if there's going to be an upside, which would be the currency moving up. And I'm not too bad in that area. This is Sir Pope, Ian the Third signing off. Thanks, bye.